Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of Ask Ashish, where I answer your questions about credit cards. Today, I will take up questions about your first credit card. I'm sure a lot of you are planning to get your very first card, whether you are earning 15,000 rupees monthly or 80,000, whether you are 18 years old or 25. So let's begin. The first question that we have is from a person in Pune. Of course, I will not be revealing the identity. The question is, I have just started earning and my in-hand salary is about 80,000 rupees. Suggest me the best credit cards. Now, there are a bunch of credit cards out there which you can consider. Again, it depends upon your personal preferences, whether you want cashback, whether you want travel benefits, or simply statement to credit. It also depends upon where you actually spend money. Some of the top credit cards which you can consider, you have the HSBC Travel One card, a very good card if you prefer free flights and hotels. Income of 80,000, which means you are eligible for the card. The only bottleneck would be to get maximum benefits from this card, you need to spend annually 15 lakh rupees. Now, I'm not sure if you would be spending that kind of a money or not, but otherwise, it's a very good card. Second credit card which you can consider is the Swiggy HDFC Bank credit card. Gives you a solid 10% cashback on Swiggy. Assuming you just started earning, you would have significant food expenses, order-in expenses. Also gives you 5% cashback up to 1500 rupees monthly on a bunch of other popular online merchants like Amazon. So between Swiggy and other online merchants, you can get a total of 3000 rupees cashback. A very good card, gives you a flat cashback, no permutations, no terms and conditions. So you can consider the Swiggy HDFC Bank credit card. The third credit card which you can consider is the SBI Cashback card. Again, a very good card, gives you flat 5% cashback on a range of online spends. And you need to spend only 2 lakh rupees annually to get the annual fees waived off, which should not be difficult. So yeah, so these are the top 3 cards which are my choice. Again, the best card depends upon what do you want as a user and where do you spend and how much you spend. The second question that we have is, I'm 18 and I'm just starting off with my first credit card. Which credit card would have an easy approval? Since you're already you are just 18, I'm assuming that you've never really taken a loan in your life before, and you will not really have a formal credit history. What you can do, one, you can either get an add-on card on your one of your parents' credit card if they have a good card and if that is something you're comfortable with, because your parents would know about where you're spending money, how much you're spending. If you want a card of your own, you can think about getting a FD back credit card, where you have a lot of FD back credit cards in the market where you can do an FD even for as little as 2000 rupees and get a credit card with up to 100% of the FD limit. Again, these cards may not be very rewarding, but some of the popular cards give you anywhere between 1 to 5% cashback on your credit card spends. Getting an FD back card will be easy, quick, and it will also help you build a credit history so that you can get an unsecured credit card in future. The third question that we have is, I am a student freelancer earning 15,000 rupees monthly. Should I get a credit card? And if yes, which one? Well, that's a very good question. Personally, I recommend that if you are financially disciplined, which means you will not end up spending more money just because you have a credit card, and you would use the credit card only for those expenses which you would have anyways done. So that's financial discipline. I have a credit limit of 50,000 rupees, but I want to make a purchase. I want to buy a phone worth 75,000 rupees. How can I do this? Well, there are a bunch of options that you have. One, you can of course request your bank to enhance your credit limit. This is the most preferred option, where they permanently increase your credit limit from 50,000 rupees to a higher limit. The bank may ask you for some additional documents regarding your income or maybe anything else. If possible, try to get your credit limit enhanced. So that's option number 1. Second option is you can make an advance payment on your credit card. So if you have a limit of 50,000 rupees, you can clear off all your outstanding balance plus make an additional payment of 25,000 rupees. So in totality, you have 75,000 rupees worth of limit to purchase the phone. Now, a couple of pointers to keep in mind when you are doing option 2. One, Not all banks may allow this. If that's the case, then you will not be able to do this. Secondly, just make sure that you make the payment at least half an hour or 1 hour before the doing the transaction, so that there is sufficient time for the payment to reflect in your credit card and the credit card limit enhancement. But certain banks like HSBC may take up to 2 days to reflect the payment. Third, a lot of banks, for example, like Axis Bank, don't give you reward points beyond the credit limit on your card in a particular month. So if you have credit limit of 50,000 rupees, you will get reward points only for spends up to 50,000 rupees in a month. So even if you spend 75,000 rupees, you will not get reward points for the entire 75k, but only for your credit limit amount, that is 50,000 rupees. So these are some of the things which you need to keep in mind when you're choosing option 2. So if nothing of the above works, you can of course request the merchant to let you pay 50,000 rupees using your credit card. The remaining 25,000 can be paid through any other way. For example, you can buy gift cards from different merchants like SaveSage, where you can even get a discount on the gift card, or you can pay in cash, you can pay via UPI. So there are many ways for you to pay the 25,000 rupees, and 50,000 can be paid in cash. So this is it in today's episode of Ask Ashish. Please keep shooting your questions, please keep asking your questions, and we'll try to cover all of them in the next episode.